very different.
Sure. So you would advise on choosing the curriculum based on where you're going to go and study next?
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes.
Well, that would make sense because the accreditation or the prerequisites for getting into that university, whether it was in England or Australia or the United States,
yes, yes.
you'd have to have that knowledge base anyway.
Yes, 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 definitely, yes. Yes.
In terms of the teachers that are there at any school, including your own, I know a lot of foreigners out there are thinking, well, who's teaching my children? Obviously, the school name is good, but it's the teachers who actually do the teaching.
Yes, yes.
How do you screen, or where do you get them from?
For our school, it's very important. There's many qualified teachers, but I think the most important for us is we look for teachers with a heart, teachers who love to teach, teachers who teaches because they enjoy teaching, teachers who wants to make a difference. It is very critical and important because it makes a difference in a child's life. I mean, anyone can walk in with all the paper qualifications, but how do we know that they put the heart and soul in teaching the curriculum and giving the child what he needs? So we usually look for somebody who's very dedicated.
Sure. I think in choosing a school, probably the facilities in the campus are also very important. So what are some of the things that parents should be looking at when they're looking in terms of...
For me, I'm also a mother of four children actually. So when I first came to Thailand, the first thing I look for is actually the curriculum and what supports the curriculum. If they say that they're very good in science, I would like to look at the science laboratories and what supports it. Anybody can tell me anything. All right. If I'm looking for a place where a child can develop special skills like swimming, I would like to look at the pool. So these are the things which we ask parents, what are you looking for? So facility, yes, is important, but to what directions that you want your child to achieve in the end.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry to cut you off.
Okay.
There's a lot of questions.
I know it's a lot of questions.
Those who have spent any time here in Thailand, you might know that after-school tutoring or activities is a really big thing, especially for Thai parents.
Right.
It seems the kids are always going to school, even on the weekends. Is this something that international students also have to consider, or is that really more for the Thais?
I think it boils down to the culture. Like the Thais are never ending trying to make the child the best. and Singaporean do, I think it's just the Asian culture. Singapore is also known as a tuition center, basically driving the kids more than they needed. Korea too, Taiwan, Japan, I think it's just the Asian cultures of pushing the kids. Whilst the Western cultures are a little bit more relaxed, you just enjoy your childhood. We deal with it as it comes. Yeah, but I think the Asian culture is that you must give them everything because we are very competitive. We must make sure that all the children have the best of everything. I think that's our culture. Yeah.
That actually led into another question that you just mentioned, looking at, besides the facilities and what are you trying to focus on, let's say that, all right, I know I always want a good education.
Right.
What about the extracurricular activities? Because I know, at least coming from an American standpoint, when you're applying to those universities, they're not just looking for coursework, they're looking for what kind of clubs did you join, what kind of sports did you do, what did you do outside of school? Are these opportunities really there for international students here in Bangkok or in Thailand in general?
Yes, very much so. I think the education system has evolved. It's no longer like you join a club. It's more of you returning to society, community work. And in our school, we really emphasize on returning to society because after all, you are coming from a privileged background. So we always tell children that you must be able to do something extra, something different. Because if everybody get A stars, so what makes you outstanding? How do you know that, that you can multitask? Even like if you apply to Cambridge, they want to know, besides all the A stars you have, then what are the things that you can achieve? What can you do? So if you want to be a doctor, go follow a medical mission. If you want to be an engineer, go to look at some places where you can really understand and then use that to help to the community. So that's very important. So universities are right now not looking just grades, just like a sports club where you do your normal swimming. No, they want more. More commitment. So your weekends should be not just learning pianos. You should be doing good to the society.
Well, that's the way it should be, I think.
Yes.
Right. So going onwards to university, what would be some of the really great things that students would, you know, possess so that they really take an extra look at you or something?
I think confident. You must be very confident people. In life, it's all about how you project yourself, how you're able to deal in situation. It's not about just learning in the classroom. It's about application, critical thinking. I think that's what international schools are pretty good at, in providing, allowing the child to actually speak out. You know, and if you speak out, then there's a problem, where's the solution? I think the Thai local system might be a little bit, because there are too many people in the classroom, the teachers are trying to finish their curriculum. There's no time for the students to act together with the teachers to participate in solving a problem. So preparing yourself to be very confident, preparing yourself to be able to adjust and multitask is very, very important right now.
Speaking about confidence and things like that, I know that when I went to school, we didn't have to wear uniforms. But in Thai school, you always have to wear a uniform, have to have the hair a certain way. What is your opinion on that? Does it reflect anything about, you know, like expressing yourself or confidence, or is it just a way to, you know?
Like I always tell my students, yes, we have so many numbers. Everybody is wearing the same uniform. But how do you make yourself outstanding? How do you make yourself stand out? Doesn't mean everybody wear the same uniform. Doesn't mean we all belong to the same country. Doesn't mean you cannot make a difference. You just don't want to be a statistic. You want to be a number that is going to stand out. So uniformity is fine, but make some difference. You know. So doing something different.
They should be looking at what they are doing, the quality,
yes, quality.
And their character versus
yes,
focusing on what their appearance is.
Yes, correct.
Well, looking to wrap up, for any of the, who's watching, I know you probably have a million other questions that we haven't covered.
Yes.
Where's a good place for parents to go and find out more information? Should they call up the school and talk directly with the director, or is there a general international school organization that looks over everything, or?
Yeah, there's an International School Association in Thailand, but that's basically, if I was a new parent, I come in, I must know exactly what I want for my kid in terms of if my child is going back to my country. So if I come from Japan, so naturally the first step is to go call the Japanese embassy, the association. They are usually very helpful. They will give you the directions of where your child should go next. So then from there, call the school, find out more about the curriculum. I always tell parents, come and visit the school. You can sell anything over the phone, but it's nothing better than feel the environment, feel exactly where your child should be. And just imagine, if my child is coming here, is she going to be happy here? Is he going to be okay here? Feel it, talk to the teachers, look at the curriculum, ask for it, not just listen. Ask them to bring out and show us the textbook, the things that they have. I think this is very important. Yeah.
Well, that's expert advice and excellent advice as well, and hopefully answered some of your questions who are watching. Thank you very much for joining us, Julie, today, and hopefully we will have you back on the show, because I'm sure anyone has any questions we didn't cover today, please write in, ask us, and we will get the good expert Julie back here in the studio. Don't go away though, because we have plenty more coming up on So This is Thailand.
Now we are in the Kuditin community, where we have many different tracks of Thai and Portuguese descent. Vietnamese, Thai Chinese, Mon and Chinese immigrants have been here since the Ayutthaya period. More than 200 years ago, Jacques Corré, a French priest who at that point sought asylum in Cambodia, returned to Bangkok on March 14th in 1769.
He banded together Christians dispersed by the war, and the king rewarded him with land by the Chao Phraya River. He turned it into a Christian sanctuary and named it Santa Cruz. The church you can see today has already been rebuilt twice since it was founded.
A well-balanced mixture of neoclassical and Renaissance art is at once eye-catching and evident on the outside by the church's dome-shaped bell tower, while vivid stained glass adorn different corners of the interior walls, depicting miracles associated with birth and life of Jesus Christ. We are looking for Kanum Farang Kudichin.
Okay.
Oh look! Kanum Farang Kudichin! Would you like to try some?
Sure, I would love to.
Let's go in! Kanum Kudichin has been a symbol of this community for several generations. This delectable traditional cake with crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside texture is not purely Thai, but derived from a Portuguese recipe that came its way by Ayutthaya and took up residence in the Kudichin area. In the old days, this dessert was only made and consumed during Christian ceremonies. Over the years, this custom has changed and Kanum Kudichin is today produced for sale. I just can't get enough of this little pastry. It's so good. It's better than anything similar I've ever eaten. So much better than bakeries from other parts of the world. This is delicious.
So good, delicious. It's my favorite candy.
The most amazing aspect of this place is certainly the mix between the Thai and the Portuguese culture here. And this is also represented in the architecture, where we find neoclassical and also Renaissance parts. I'm amazed by the diversity here, and I don't know about you, Anna, but I think this place was definitely worth visiting.
I totally agree with you, and I will definitely come back.
This is Anne and Anna from Expat Travel Pick. We're gonna see you again tomorrow. Bye!